Hi guys, and welcome to another Gas City Gaming Warhammer 40k 8th edition Codex review video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Astra Militarum fast attack choices. So you only get 3 choices in this again, but again, this is not going to be the meat and potatoes of your list usually. So let's take a look at what we do have though. First up are the Hellhounds. So you get a few options as far as these go. The movement for them, we'll go over the damage chart here. The variable, if you're looking at the screen, the variables with all the stars refer to the damage chart below. If you're just listening, we'll go over these in a sec. So the Hellhound, Devil Dog, and Banewolf are your 3 choices. Their movement options are as follows. So we'll go over their wound characteristics first. They all start at 11 wounds. And when all of them are from 6 to 11 wounds remaining, they can move 12 inches, have a bliss skill hitting on 4s, and 3 attacks in close combat. When they're from 3 to 5 wounds remaining, they have movement of 8 inches, bliss skill hitting on 5s, and D3 attacks in close combat. When they're 1 to 2 wounds remaining, they can move 4 inches, bliss skill hitting on 6s, and 1 attack in close combat. All of their weapon skills always hit on 6s. Strength is always strength 6 for all of them. Toughness is always strength 7 for all of them. All their leaderships are 7, and they all have a 3-up save. Other than that, for their variables, refer to the damage chart. This unit contains 1 Hellhound, Devil Dog, or Banewolf. It can include 1 additional Hellhound, Devil Dog, or Banewolf for 6 more power, or 2 additional Hellhounds, Devil Dogs, or Banewolves in any combination for a power rating of plus 12. Hellhounds on their own cost 73 points. Yeah, in any of those variations as far as I can see. Yeah, any of the Hellhound, Devil Dog, or Banewolf in any of their base variations cost 73 points in a unit of 1 to 3. Each Hellhound is equipped with a Heavy Bolter and an Inferno Cannon. So that would make it 73 points, 8, so 81 points. And the Inferno Cannon, 20 points, so 101 points as a Hellhound is base equipped. Heavy Bolter and Melta Cannon on the Devil Dog, so 81 points, and Melta Cannon is 20 points, so 101 points. Banewolf go up to the Heavy Bolter and Chem Cannon, so 81 plus the Chem Cannon is 96 points, depending what you want to bring. The weapons stats are as follows. The Chem Cannon, get you back there, sorry guys. The Chem Cannon is 8-inch range, heavy D6, strength variable, AP -3 and 1 damage. This weapon automatically hits its target. In addition, it wounds on a 2+ unless it's targeting a vehicle, in which case it wounds on a 6+. So really good for doing Overwatch or just mowing down mobs, right? Just heavy D6 hits and more than likely heavy D6 wounds. Heavy Bolter, 36-inch range, heavy 3, strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. Heavy Flamers, 8-inch range, heavy D6, strength 5, AP -1, 1 damage. Automatically hits its target. Inferno Cannon is 16-inch range, heavy 2d6, strength 6, AP -1, 1 damage. Automatically hits its target. Melta Cannon is 24-inch range, assault D3, strength 8, AP -3, D6 damage. Weapons within half range of its target roll 2 dice when inflicting damage with it and discard the lowest result. A Multi-Melta is a 24-inch range, heavy 1, strength 8, AP -4, and D6 damage. Targets within half range, roll 2 dice when inflicting damage with it and discard the lowest result. So the warrior options, let's go the other way. Any model may replace its Heavy Bolter with a Heavy Flamer or Multi-Melta. Any model may take items from the vehicle equipment list. Abilities: Explodes if a Hellhound, Devil Dog, or Banewolf is reduced to 0 wounds, roll a d6, adding 2 to the result in the case of a Hellhound. Before removing it from the battlefield, on a 6+, it explodes, or a 4+ in the case of a Hellhound. And each unit within 6 inches suffers D3 mortal wounds. They have smoke launchers. Once per game, instead of shooting any weapons in the shooting phase, a Hellhound, Devil Dog, or Banewolf can use its smoke launchers. Until your next shooting phase, your opponent must subtract 1 from all hit rolls or ranged weapons that target it. As Vehicle Squadron, the first time this unit is set up, all models in this unit must be played within 6 inches of each other. From that point onwards, each operates independently and is treated as a separate unit for all rules purposes. Faction keywords are Imperium, Astra Militarum, and Regiment. Keywords are Vehicle and Hellhounds. So if you know what you're playing against, if you're playing against a Horde-type army, I am bringing Chem Cannons and Inferno Cannons all day long, personally. I'm replacing Heavy Bolters with Heavy Flamers. If there's a lot of cover on the field, you want to do that. If it's just hard to hit their targets, you want to do that. It's just, you cover that field in Flamers. If you're playing against something with a guy with a lot of armor, if you're playing like an opposing Militarum list, for example, you might want to bring Devil Dogs for those Melta Cannons. D3 shots at strength 8, AP -4 with Melta. That's really good. Keep in mind you're paying anywhere from 96 to, what did we say, 103 points for these, so it could be a bit of a heavy investment for something that has toughness 7, strength 6. The endless skill is okay, hitting on 4s, but keep in mind with orders, you're probably going to be re-rolling 1s, depending what you're doing, and if you're bringing flamers, you don't really care what you're hitting on, do you? But I like these. If you know you're playing against a Hordish army, these are going to do some work for you for sure. Moving on to the Scout Sentinels, the walkers that you've probably seen if you've played Warhammer for any time at all. But Scout Sentinels cost 3 power on their own, or 35 points each in a unit of 1 to 3. Each Scout Sentinel, this unit contains 1 Scout in additional, to include 1 additional Scout for 3 more power, or 2 for 5 more power. Each model is equipped with a multi-laser. The multi-lasers cost 10 points each. So 10 points plus the 35 points makes them 45 points as they are equipped base. So this is where we're going to get, so we'll go their stat line first, then we'll see their Swiss Army knife, as I've been using a lot with this Codex, that word, of options. So they can move 9 inches, weapon skill, bliss skill, hitting on 4, strength, toughness 5, 6 wounds, 1 attack, leadership 7, and a 4-up save. Toughness 5 is where these things become a little scary, because their, plasma is going to hurt them a lot. Not even supercharged plasma. Regular plasma is going to wound them on 3s and make them only have a 6-up save, and kill them pretty quick. So this might, you want to watch out with your Scout Sentinels. Use them properly. Use them carefully. How I've seen them in the past is kind of they get their las cannons and use them as essentially kind of las cannon snipers, basically. But anyway, get to their options. Any model may replace its multi-laser with a heavy flamer, autocannon, missile launcher, or las cannon. Any model may take a sentinel chainsaw. Any model may take a hunter-killer missile. So the autocannon's 40-inch range, heavy 2, strength 7, AP -1, 2 damage. A heavy flamer, we checked out on the Hellhounds. The hunter-killer missile is 48-inch range, heavy 1, strength 8, AP -2, and D6 damage. Each hunter-killer missile can only be fired once per battle, but they're pretty devastating against vehicles. Trust me, I know. Las Cannon's 48-inch range, heavy 1, strength 9, AP -3, and D6 damage. Those are real good too. Missile launcher. When attacking this weapon, choose one of the profiles below. Frag missiles, 48-inch range, heavy D6, strength 4, AP nothing, and 1 damage. Crack missile is 40-inch range, heavy 1, 8, strength 8, AP -2, and D6 damage. A multi-laser, so it's a default weapon, is 36-inch range, heavy 3, strength 6, AP nothing, and 1 damage. Sentinel chainsaw is strength user, so strength 5, AP -1, and 1 damage. Now, I'm probably not going to be using the Sentinel chainsaw on its own. I'm going to be either missile. Usually, I'm throwing either a missile launcher or las cannon onto these guys personally. Heavy flamer. If I'm not, again, if I know I'm going up against a horde army, might get some of these and throw heavy flamers on them. But for the most part, I'm going to use these as kind of missile launcher or las cannon snipers, essentially. Abilities include explodes, so if models in this unit is reduced to 0 wounds, roll a d6. On a 6 explodes, each unit within 3 inches suffers 1 mortal wound. Scout vehicle. At the start of the first battle round, but before the first turn begins, you can move this unit up to 9 inches. It cannot end this move within 9 inches of any enemy models. So they don't want you to have either an easy charge or be in flamer range. Smoke launchers. Once per game, instead of shooting any weapons in the shooting phase, this unit can use its smoke launchers. Until your next shooting phase, your opponent must subtract 1 from all hit rolls for ranged weapons that target it. Faction keywords are Imperium, Astra Militarum, and Regiment. Keywords are Vehicle and Scout Sentinels. So like I said, how I've seen these used, how I would use them. In my experience isn't yours. If you disagree with me, please, or if you have a list that you usually use these guys in and they're usually really good, throw it in the comment section down below. Love to hear back from you. But Scout Sentinels, to me, I'm going to use them with their las cannons or with their missile launchers as essentially kind of sniper units. So let's just check out their cost for that. The Scout Sentinels on their own, like I said, are 35 points, plus their las cannon upgrade being 20 points, so 55 points for 3 marching around a piece for 3 las cannon snipers, essentially, so 165 points for pretty mobile, 9-inch movement. Seems alright to me. It's not bad. Missile launchers might make them a little bit more versatile. Yes, you lose that strength 9 and as good of the AP, but the crack missile can do potentially just as much damage if you're not facing armor 8 stuff. But the missile launcher, points-wise, 20 points as well. So, but gives you a little bit more versatility in that you can get more hits against lower toughness stuff if that's all it's in range for you for that turn. Versus the crack missile can be good. So arguments can be made for missile launcher too, for sure. And see awesome painted up GW ones they have there. Sentinel squadrons stride effortlessly across the scrap-strewn battlefield to provide heavy fire support to infantry formations. We get to our last fast attack choice for the Astra Militarum, your armored Sentinels. So they come in at 3 power, or 40 points for a model per model in a unit of 1 to 3. They can move 8 inches, weapon skill, bliss skill, he on 4, strength 5, toughness 6, 6 wounds, 1 attack, leadership 7, and a 3-up save. So save's a little better, another wound, more tough. So again, they can be upgraded. Any model may replace its multi-laser, its default weapon. So we're looking at 40 points plus the multi-laser for a cost of 50 points base. So again, but we have all our options. So any model may replace its multi-laser with a heavy flamer, autocannon, missile launcher, las cannon, or we get a plasma cannon option with these guys as well. Any model may take a Sentinel chainsaw, any model may take a Hunter missile, so we'll go over that plasma cannon quickly. When attacking with this weapon, choose one of the profiles below. Standard is 36-inch range, heavy D3, strength 7, AP -3, 1 damage. Supercharged is 36-inch range, heavy D3, strength 8, AP -3, 2 damage. But on a hit roll of 1, the bear is slain after all of his weapon's shots have been resolved. But like we said, you can pretty much hand out those hit rolls of 1 rerolls really easily in your Astra Militarum lists. Abilities are Explodes and Smoke Launchers, work just the same as the Scout Sentinels. Faction keywords are Imperium, Astra Militarum, and Regiment. Keywords are Vehicle and Armored Sentinels. So these ones are a lot more resilient with that toughness 6. But if they're going to get shot at something that's going to take them down, it's probably going to be plasma or some kind of dedicated anti-vehicle weapon. And if that's the case, they're still getting wounded on 3s. So what I may do, personally, for 1 less wound, for slightly cheaper points, I might, if all you're going to do is bring them as missile launcher or las cannon snipers, I might bring the Scout Sentinels instead. Slightly worse save, I know, but they're going to get shot with anti-vehicle stuff probably anyway, because anything else still wounds them on 5, so they're toughness 5, or the majority of stuff does anyway, depending on what you're coming up against. And of course, if you're playing more horde-type armies, you might want to keep on or equip your heavy flamer and take a missile launcher or just your multi-laser so you can pump up more shots. That's why I like the missile launcher, because you can shoot your frag missile, your heavy D6 strength 4 weapon instead. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, and that is our last fast attack choice for our Astra Militarum. We'll end kind of on the nice silhouette of the Scout Sentinel there. That's a Scout because the armoreds are entirely enclosed. But that's what I think so far about our Astra Militarum fast attack choices. What do you guys think? We're going to scroll down. Ooh, here we go. Nice little shot there to end on. What do you guys think about the Astra Militarum book so far? Are you guys excited? What are you excited to play with? What are you not excited to play against? Love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Don't forget, if you're enjoying these videos, and hopefully you are, comment in the section below, like, share, subscribe, everything that helps me out, helps people find Gas City Gaming, lets everyone know what we're trying to do. Hope to see you guys again in the next video. Finish off this series, only a couple more slots to go, and we'll go over the special abilities in their own video as well. Can't wait to see you guys again. Have an awesome rest of your day, and remember, as always, the Emperor protects.